Previously on Cradle to the Grave. Bed started on the first heavy modular frame factory by building a tractor depot and running a train line north to the Dune Desert.
I love this. I haven't been up here this playthrough. And look, we got oil right there. What is that? A hog. We've got a Mercer sphere. Let's go over there. I love being able to just take railway as hover pack power. I love it. I think I'll leave that path for the southbound trains. We'll try to sneak around. Might be too narrow. Let's try to get right in this cheeky little cavern. I don't think it's too narrow. I think a train can fit through there. Now I didn't actually plan on where in the desert I wanted to build this. The whole point of me doing this was just to get the first tracks laid down and move out of the starting area and use resources from the starting area somewhere way far away, namely right here, so. Game is spectacular. Yeah, here. Literally just right here. Right at the south part of the Dune Desert. I just mentioned the goals, and this achieves my goals pretty well, so start soup out a platform. Let's see. Oops, I did not mean to stop. Oh my god, my finger. Cut this part out, holy shit. So there's the highest dune in the area. I don't want to build over that. I don't want to be that high. Let's do right here. At this height. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Just right here. In case I cut that part out, what I was just saying a second ago is that this is fine. I just wanted a meandering line on the ground to go through, you know, from south to north, and we've done it. You know, I don't need to run it all the way through the Dune Desert. What I want to do is just get this set up. This does triple, quadruple task control. I don't know. I'm happy with this because I got over here, got away from there, and now we've got power up here. And I didn't have to run power lines, which I think is pretty cool. Let's move this part right here. Try to run the train line up a little bit smoother. Let's 7, so we want 1, 2, 3, and here's the center. There, and if this fits, that would be just about perfect. Turns too sharply. Can fix that by going slow. Saw some blue right there a second ago. There we go. There. I love it. This looks exactly like the Heavy Modular Frame factory I've always wanted. I just realized I put 2 train stations in, and I didn't need to do that. What I need to do is put 2 engines on the train. Apparently I was just having a dumb moment. Like so, let's do it. Let's do transport, and we're going to want freight platforms. Oh, that's right. Let's grab a train station. Which needs to be facing that way, and a freight platform. Which way do we want factory to go? I'm going to want to go into that area there. So we're going to want to take a freight platform with outputs that way, and I'm almost positive I put 4, and I'm positive it. Here we go. One more freight platform. Heavy modular frame. Dune Desert. Receiving. Oh, that's a terrible name. Descriptive, but it's not a great name. And before we get building any more, let's get resources coming in. I love it so much. Alright, let's get rid of the school station because we don't need it. let's add some freight cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another locomotive. So now I can go this way because it needs one at the front to pull it, and then I can return along the same path. We have our first bi-directional freight setup. Now to gather the materials, we need to go and use sugar cubes. Yeah, this spot is perfect. We're right by the coal here. We don't have any rules, so I don't have to drive these trucks through the coal depot, which would be putting them, I'd be going from here, all the way down here, all the way back up to here-ish. Didn't mark it. That seems silly. I'd much rather just split a belt right here, right? So I'm okay with that. We've got iron right here. Let's see how much we have. A normal node. And if this is normal, oh yeah, we are going to be set for heavy modular frames and normal. I love it. Let's just get our blueprint down that we made. We've got a logistics truck station. All right, I love it. Let's get it. Let's put a miner down first. We want a miner Mark II right there. And let me clear these rocks off and get miners down. Is there a reason we need to keep a lane open right here? No. In fact, we couldn't without a lot of extra work anyway, so. Truck station blueprint for iron. And we want lots of room over here. We're gonna do this. Truck station for limestone. Come on. Boy, that is cutting it close. Let's take that out of here. Let's move this. And what we'll do is we'll raise the line up and put the concrete truck station we'll put over here. And then we'll have like, yeah, we'll have room to go around. This will work better. I hope. So the truck stations over on the other side are set. Yeah, so we're good. We need power and fuel over here. So let's run the power line. And ooh, let's power line right there. We can reach that and that one. And neither are clipping. And nothing is clipping. That's clipping. I do declare I do not. It's not allowed. All right, and perfect. So these are all going to load. We need to power this. We need to shard this. And these ones, I forgot to power shard these. It'll take us to 300 per minute. So we have 600 iron ore and 300 concrete, or limestone, I mean, and that should be enough. Excellent. Okay. Now, we need belts. We need Mark IV belts. And then we need to run the belts somehow over here. I did say lift it over, but what if we just kind of swoop it around? There, that's not clipping either. It's perfect. Now let's run our, nope, we didn't run coal yet. So how do we want to do that? We need to get it onto the south side of each of these buildings to get into that fuel port. So we could add a splitter. Yeah, let's just do that. And then add a splitter here. doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about... I mean, I'm not going to have these things all clipping and stuff like that, but I'm not going to worry about making like every little belt everywhere out in the world perfect. At least not now. I mean, we can go back and do that later, right? Like after we finish, if we still want to play in this world, we could go back and make everything like this pretty. Perfect. So now we have fuel. And now we just need to run the sugar cubes. I don't think it matters. Does it matter? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which side we run each sugar cube on as long as they're different. So let's just grab... You know what? Let's do trucks. We haven't run a truck yet. So let's do it. And then I have coal in my inventory so I can preemptively fill the fuel tank. And now we're going to drive it. Alright, we'll get this working. Let's do a start recording and just try this out. I need to avoid the iron. Oh no, this is a poor choice. I'm gonna come around this way so we don't go head to head, face to face with another truck, and hope we don't get stuck. Trucks drive beautifully. Not sure where I'm going anymore. Here we go, I see the blue printer. I think maybe I do want sugar cubes. The fact that they're smaller are going to be better for this. Alright. Load. Oh shoot, these are supposed to unload. Unloading. There we go, and now to get out, we just... Yeah. I think maybe we'll do sugar cubes instead, but... I'm pleased with the concept. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to delete some of these. You don't want your nodes, at least in previous iterations of Satisfactory, you don't want your nodes to kind of intersect like that. But you can then delete them, and a lot of times they can make it work. They'll get into a gridlock if they go directly head to head. But I've messed all of this up. In fact, I'm just gonna start over. And I'm gonna do it in a sugar cube. The truck was much too big for this. Here we can send the going their path around this, maybe. Yeah, this will work. I love this for us. What I should do is lift this belt up, and then I could run it behind that miner. There it's going. Alright, and now let's try, and we'll do it. Can I? Yeah, let's try and do the coal one immediately now. Or not the coal, the iron, and we'll just follow that one over there. And now we can enable and get out. Here, watch. If you don't know about doing trucks, just delete that pause node. Keeps the load node there, the yellow one. And then now what we'll do is we'll go back around and check the path. For example, we already know that we have one extraneous pause node. So let's just follow this little guy over. I wish you could name the trucks. I know I've seen people complaining about that as well. It really seems like you should be able to name them like you can the trains. That being said, I don't remember looking to see if you can. Spiders. Let's get a little better. Look at all those spiders going. Look at the spiders going after the sugar cube. That's hilarious. I would throw a nuke at them, but I don't want to break all the foliage. So they get to live. Oh, that's a good illustration too. That's what happens when it gets too far off track for too long. A little sneak peek here. Foundation right there for the trains. And because of that, we could probably just bring this out a bit right here. We would add verticals down. You know, eventually we'll fill that all in. And we could just run a line, right? Let's see, let's add one more there. Let's see if we can break these mushrooms, because now I want this one gone. And we can't use a chainsaw on these, surely. Alright, cool. So I was good to be worried earlier. I can't imagine you can destroy those huge ones, but maybe you can. I don't really want to try. Except now I'm curious. Let me save the game and we'll try it. We'll just call it mushroom again. We're at 171 hours right now. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, you can. I think in my heart I knew that. And we're back. I really don't want that broken, so. But I do want this one. This broken. And this broken. Hopefully it doesn't hit anything big. I don't love that it hit that. But looking at it, it was probably in the way anyway. Okay. Let's just run the belts now. So we've got outputs here, which means I want like a floor hole right here. Have them raised like that. I love it. We're almost done. We just need to build the actual heavy modular frame factory. Boy, that's kind of a lot when you say it out loud. Something a little bit like that, and there we go. Turn straight mode on. Heavy modular frame resource runner. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Oh, very trainy. So now we've got the resource runner. Now we can edit its timetable. We're gonna order it thusly. So it's gonna, hopefully it stays here for, it doesn't matter. It'll all get there. Got an achievement. All aboard, set up a train schedule. Very cool. Now turn on self-driving. And it should be filling. Yes. So when a train fills, it stops inputting the goods. I know I've said it probably once or twice already this episode, but holy moly, I am in love with running the train lines across the ground. I think it looks so cool weaving in and out of all the foliage. I like that it's not just smooth on a foundation, like straight line point to point or up in the air. This is my favorite way so far that I've ever found to run train tracks. And if you haven't done it yet, I suggest you give it a try, and you might like it too. Let me run a line that way. And then we'll see how high we need to go to get up over this. Yeah, okay. We did it. I like to just get over... If I want to build over a rock like this, I want to be just over the bare minimum. As opposed to just building it, you know, way high in the sky. That gives me a little... No, that's good. Just won't go any closer than that. And It'll be fine. And then right here in the center, we'll add storage container. And on top of the storage container, a dimensional depot. I love it. Be mark 1 since we're only gonna make 2 or 3 per minute. And then we need a manufacturer. Something like right there would work just fine. And now it's time, I guess, to pick the recipe. I mean, we could change our mind later, but let's just go with, this one and avoid screws. So we need 45 per minute limestone, and we have 300. 300 divided by 45 is 6 2/3, which we'll just call 7. We need the concrete to go into the machine, and we need concrete to be fed somewhere to make encased industrial beams. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this one will be concrete at 2 divided by 3 times 100, because it's a percentage. This one will be concrete, and then concrete will just be pasted onto all the rest. And then after connecting them with Mark 1 belts, we'll run the bus, the manifold line at Mark 4. You know what? I think we'll merge them in the same direction, just to give us a little flexibility on where we put the encased industrial frames. Let's see how much natural concrete we need. 20, so we have just under 80 to make encased industrial beams. So we're just about 80, so we can run 4 of these. But we only need 10-ish. So 10-ish is 2.5 of this, so 20, 40, 50. We need 2.5 assemblers making encased industrial beams. Let's add a little verticality. Let's grab it, hit H, go 1, 2, 3, 4 over. And this is where we'll run the items. All of them can be Mark 1. Alright, now let's run the concrete over to the manufacturer. So to do that, we've got a nice clear little path right here. And I'm going to take the excess concrete upstairs to make the encased industrial beams. So we've merged them all up, and now we're going to split it again, which is fine. What I really need to do is get out of the habit of just running the machines like this. I almost always do that, and one of the things that I love is doing new and creative ways of running, or trying to be creative. But when it comes to the belt work, I just give up. I just always do this. So maybe moving forward after this factory, because I don't want to spend any more time on this right now than I have to. Because I want to get heavy modular frames stockpiling, because we need a lot of them. And once we get that stockpiling going, we can spend a little bit more time, you know, completing phase 4, because that's going to still be quite a while. But I don't know why that is. I don't know. I'd like to see some more options, I guess, some more creative people. Anyway, not a big deal. Let's run. Let me get my power back so I can have my hover pack. And then we'll run Mark 1 belts. See that right there? I don't like that. So I'm gonna cover it up. Which means I need a Mark 1 lift right here. Let's run a Mark 1 lift again. Hit R to reverse it. That's fine. Let's take this line out. Let's take the belts out, and we'll just rerun it. And then just like that, yep, we're good again. I love it. Okay, that's concrete done. It's time to start thinking about steel pipes. Remember, we're doing 2.5 encased industrial beam assemblers, so we need 2.5 times this. So 24 and 24 is 48, and then 12 is 60. So we need 60 steel pipes just for the encased industrial beams. And then we need 33.75 steel pipes, just for the steel pipes. So that's 93.75 steel pipes total. So 93.75 is essentially 4 of these, so we need 400 iron ingots per minute just for the steel pipes. So where does that leave us? Okay, this actually worked out really well because here the output of, like, this train is the limestone one, and we just need to run it to there, which means this one's the iron one. And what I was going to suggest is that we run the iron right in this area, so it'll work out pretty well. Let's go up a different height than that and zoom out a corridor. Okay, so making, what did I say, 400? Yeah, let's just call it 400 for our brains. Well, actually, it's just under 400, right? So we need 93.75 divided by 25. So we need 3.75. Oh yeah, that works out really well. 3.75 constructors running at this. So we need 375 iron ingots. 375 iron ingots divided by 30 is 12.5. That makes it really, really easy. So let's do that first. Let's grab smelters and... boy, I should really blueprint this stuff. Close this off so we can use this to run our power lines across the ceiling, as you know that I love doing. Let's just do that really quick. That filled out to, oh, probably, well, let's see. That's enough to get the power lines run. Yeah, this is fine. Something like that. Oh, I should take the time and do something cooler. Not today and not for this. Something like that. Doesn't have to be anything more than just a little curve. Well, we should probably get in the habit of using storage containers as a buffer. So let's do that really. Do that before we go any further. There we go, I love it. Next, let's close this off. And even one more, I think. Something like that. You know what? Train runs through right here. Put an arch or something over this. I'm gonna wait and think on that a little bit more, because I think I want to add another return line so I can have these be single direction. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Split it. We're just gonna go right down the line here, and then we'll merge them just the same. Close that off like that, and we'll need to bring ore over. Line those up the same way. Take it out with a Mark IV belt. And then bring it up. Where should we bring it up? Let's bring it up right here. We'll bring it up right there. There we go, and now if we run it on straight mode from there, we'll get a nice, brilliant curve. And then we'll do the same thing right here. And it'll still be easy to expand if we ever want to. Let's run a roof over the power lines to block out the flaming day star that is the sun. Okay, let's add a ramp there. And then a cat corner. Do one more ramp like that. There we go. Okay, now we've got a way up and down. Let's add the power lines. We're going to do the same thing we just did. How about a light? Maybe let's add a wall. And then another wall. So we can add double-sided wall outlets. There, I love that. Oh, totally missed. There we go. Now we need to add the recipe. Alright, let's fill this in with the walls. And then we'll color it something. I don't know what. Maybe do unpainted for these. Love that. Love it. I love that. I love it so much. I love these finishes. They're so cool. Let me remove these. They were from hard drive hunting. I'll probably want to pull them back in just because, you know, I laid them all over the map here. From where we are here, I've gone all the way up here and all the way around looking for hard drives and Mercer spheres and summer sloops and pink slugs and some yellow slugs. Heck, I even grabbed the blue, so dumb. I don't know why I said all those words. But anyway, I should plug them back in to make that have easy access. In case I find myself over in those parts of the world and need a quick escape or something. Let's see how far this goes. We've got one foundation and then a half. Let's overlap the half and go half, one foundation. All right, continuing on this motif though, let's grab the ramp there. Something like that. We'll figure it out later. It's not that important. But what is important is that we now have smelted iron for the iron pipes. Run them down this way. Perfection. Close that off so we don't forget. We can put the other iron elements out this way as well, probably, or maybe up above it. We don't need a lot, right? So let's grab the constructor. You only need 2, 3, 4. And this one's only going to be 75%. That'll be iron pipes, and that'll be iron pipes, and this will be iron pipes. And once again, we're just going to merge them on this side, and then split them on that side, and then run the line over. Okay, so what we could do is just a sneaky little... cheeky, sneaky little running of the line right here. And then we can put it right into this port here. We'll just have to move that. In fact, we'll wait because depending on where we want to do the rest of this, who knows where we're going to want that actual input. So let's add a splitter right here. And then what we'll do is we'll split off what we need for the encased industrial beams right up there. And for the rest, run it right here. And since I keep running out of jetpack, let's grab some power and bring it with us. There. I love it. Let's grab a conveyor lift And what do we need this for? These are for the pipes that are going to the encased industrial beams. We need 2.5 of these, which was 24, and 24 is 48, and then 12 is 60. We can literally do Mark 1. And we might want to do exactly that, just so, well, because we like the belts when they run at their proper speed. And we needed 2.5 machines for this, if I'm not mistaken, so we've left ourselves lots of room, which is a nice surprise. So yeah, let's just spread out a little bit. I love it. I never do it, but I love it. I love leaving yourself plenty of room. I mean, it's right down here, right? The concrete comes out that way. Okay, let's... Oh. Oh, that's kind of nice. So let's undo that and that. And what we'll do is we'll put them right in the center. Because I also like doing splitters like this for assemblers. And we can actually easily run the concrete and the pipes in the same place. So let's do that. There, let's grab a floor hole. And run this. How perfect is this? How perfect is this? Let's turn on reverse and have it run down like that. And what are we dealing with here? Got 10 per minute, 2040, 2040, 50 only. So a Mark 1 belt will be plenty. And a Mark 1 belt there. We'll have to verify all this. A lot of times I make simple mistakes as I'm going, but I don't think I have in this case. Now we've got pipes, and we've got concrete. We've got a happy little factory. Now, do we want... Yeah, we'll take the bottom and just do it to the south. Top one, like that. Turn off straight mode so we don't get some wonky curves at the end. Just fill in the rest of the belts. And then we're on to the next part already. Grab a lift like that. Yeah, and this is fine. We'll just merge them in right here. How are we doing on power? I'd like to know. I haven't spent much time focusing on the power grid lately, and I really do need to get back to doing that. Yes, look at how high our max consumption is. That being said, I don't think this little factory is going to put us over. Okay. I'm pleased with all of this. We need power lines here. Turn on vertical. And then a zoop. Alright, now let's fill this wall in. So we've got the pipes going to the manufacturer for the heavy modular frames and split off along with the extra concrete to make the encased industrial beams that are running to the manufacturer. The excess concrete is running to the manufacturer. So that's concrete, pipes, and encased industrial beams going to the manufacturer, which means all that's left is heavy modular frame. All that's left is the modular frame portion of the heavy modular frames. So we need 7.5 modular frames per minute. We need 210 screws. Let's write this down. 210 screws. 11.25 reinforced iron plates. You know what? Instead of going further to the south, I think I want to just do that right here because we have the space. For some variance, let's put the floor, the ceiling of this portion up a bit higher. So we have different heights and different levels all throughout. Let's run those walls this way. I'm not positive that's how we'll run it, but I assume so. And then we can run an outlet anywhere here. Just arbitrarily pick right there. I think it'll look okay. Let's clean up a little bit. Finish running power lines. It's obviously all in the air because we might have to move something. Just in case we don't, let's get it going. Right there, and right there to there. And then perfect. So everything here is off. Means that we could now and will now isolate it. So let's do a priority power switch. Something like that. Run the A. This will be our general grid. B will be run through our heavy modular frame factory. So as we go, we're just going to we'll take every factory and put them on a priority power switch and, you know, set the priority. I mean, that's what it's for, right? But I'm just saying we are going to do that now. Keep every single factory isolated so we can prevent power outages. Maybe it's time to pick a color. Oh, a lot of red, a lot of black, and a lot of white. What if we, oh, I like that blue. We haven't done a blue yet. Does that show up at all? I love it. That'll be our wall and machine color. Put a split in the line right here. That'll allow us to take extra iron upstairs. Admittedly terrible at aiming the floor holes. Now instead of up there, we'll just do it at this level. So after filling in the floor, we can work back pretty easily. What did I say we needed? 7.5 of these. I already put that information on the right, didn't I? I'm gonna balance that out and let's aim for the proper spot. Not sure that's the right height, but it'll show us where we need to point. Like that. Well, rather move it back there. We can put in a single power shard. Let's re-aim it since we don't need, I moved it back to leave some room for merging. But with a power shard, we won't need to do that. And I kind of like that idea. Let's just replace. Not replace, but replace. It's similar. Did I even get the height right? I did, look at that. Boy's a genius. Back to bolted frame, one power shard. Build up. Screws, we need 210. So 210 is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1/5. It's 0.2. So 4, 5. We'll do 5 constructors. Right here, 2. 3, 4, 5. The last one to... The last one to 20%. Perfect, so now we've got 210. And what else do we need? Got screws and we need reinforced iron plates. That's right, 11.25. Alright, let's make a note here. 67.5 plate. 187.5 more screw. Throw caution to the wind. 1, 2, let's see what plates gets us. 20. Yep. And one more. Why did you turn sideways? 20, 40, 60, and then this one will be 7.5. Perfect. Using 30, 60, 90, 101.25. I'm starting to think we're not going to have enough iron already. So now we'll just split this and then belt up the machines and then merge up the outputs. And then one more belt to there, except let's run it that way. There we go. And now we just need screws. 187.5. We need 4 more machines doing screws, with the output being run back over into the assembler. And you know what, we'll just take, oh, you know what, we could even, yeah, we'll just put them right here. Yeah, I love that idea for us. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then let's redo this to match. Each one of these is cast screws. So this is 50, 100, 150, and then we need 50, we need 37.5. And then we'll merge them and plug them in. Close this off and this. And then, I don't know, pattern this maybe? Yeah, now let's just decorate a little bit. I don't have a plan, I don't have an inspirational photo, I'm just kind of, I don't know what, just playing around, I guess. So this can just remain empty. We just want to close it off and then maybe kind of follow that pattern there. Something like that and that. And then here, we want to go down that way. And we'll go like that. Now let's add a window. See, single windows looks kind of cool, I think. And then a wall. And then a single window that way. Now let's paint it all blue. Let's run this here and then go around and run it into the ground. So our build isn't floating. And then this over. That leaves kind of a nice little bit of depth, even though nobody's probably going to come down here. And then down, something like that. And what? Let's make that even. Take this wall out all the way. And then grab a support, big one. And zoop that down. Let's match that. Run the walls along all of these edges, paint them all blue. Finish the foundation. I think we're making pretty good progress. I'm pretty pleased with the way this quick decoration is going. Not really sure what else to do. Yeah, I think I want walls that whole way. Let's do that and paint them up. Let's use frame walls. I haven't used those anywhere else in the world yet. I think it kind of fits frame walls. Oh yeah, I like this. I like where this is coming. Alright, since that's sitting into the rock, it's supported. In air quotes, I put that if you couldn't hear them. I think I'd learn and put the color on my hotbar, but I'm almost done, so I'm not going to do that. I'm quite stubborn. But it'll be fine. Hello. Goodbye. Hey, if we need more iron, there's a bunch right here. Alright, let's fill that in there. Getting pretty close to being done. Top one, let's bring in a 2. The bottom, if we can get it. Can you not do that? Here, we'll do it that way then. Alright, we'll just run it like that, and then we're gonna make it asphalt. But we'll need to move that up. You don't put an outlet, you don't put a power outlet in a window. That's just crazy. Well, there we go. We've got heavy modular frames, and I love it.
Bad plays games.
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 Bad